Muy buenas amigos, soy Andy Gaming y estamos otro capítulo más de The Council. Bueno chicos, vamos a hablar con el mayordomo, el de la careta.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
A ver, ¿qué puede decirme de nuestro anfitrión? ¿Qué puede decirme de los invitados? Tengo algunas preguntas acerca de la mansión. Me preguntaba si podría echarme una mano. Bueno, ¿qué puede decirme de nuestro anfitrión?
I would like to speak about your master, Lord Mortimer.
Do please excuse me, sir, but I shall make no comment about my master. Is there anything else that sir would like to know?
¿Qué puede decirme de
What
los
can you tell me about
invitados?
the guests?
Do excuse me, sir, but I am bound by discretion to say nothing about Lord Mortimer's guests, sir. Perhaps sir would like to know something else?
Qué tío más saborío, coño. Tengo algunas preguntas acerca de la mansión. ¿Qué hay en la planta baja?
Yes. Can you briefly describe the ground floor, please?
Very well, sir. On the ground floor, there are mainly living rooms. Sir finds himself at present in the Grand Hall. From the Grand Hall, Sir can access, on one side, the small salon, where the guests like to relax with a good book. From there, Sir can access the conference room, which is closed at present for preparations. That is where Lord Mortimer likes to gather all of his guests for talks. From the other side of the Grand Hall, Sir may access the dining room. That is where Sir's meals will be served. From the dining room, Sir may benefit from an exceptional view overlooking the island. It is also the best way to access the portrait gallery, where a large part of Lord Mortimer's works are exhibited. And in the gallery, Sir will also find access to the garden. But Sir may be reassured the building is accessible on both sides, so that it surrounds the garden in question. So, Sir should not find cause to worry. No one has ever gotten lost.
Except for my mother.
Has Sir another question?
¿Qué hay en el primer
What's
piso?
on the first floor?
The first floor is reserved for guests, sir. That is where Sir will find his private rooms. The main corridor leads around the building. 3 stairways will enable Sir to return to the ground floor. It is also from there that Sir will be able to reach the second floor.
Thank you very much.
Anything else, sir?
Bueno, pues ya que estamos preguntones, ¿qué hay en el segundo
Yes.
piso?
What can I find on the second floor?
That floor is strictly reserved for Lord Mortimer, sir. In the west wing, on the second floor, are his private chambers. In the east wing are the rooms reserved for Lord Mortimer's personal guests. At the moment, these rooms are reserved for Sir Holmes, sir. But only authorized guests may access that area. Does Sir have any more questions?
¿Puedo
What
salir
is outside on the island?
del recinto?
Lord Mortimer has made a point of keeping the main part of the island in its natural state, sir. For security reasons, only the wharves and the gardens are accessible to guests. If Sir would like to walk along the wharves, he has only to follow the pathway used upon his arrival. If he would like to walk in the interior gardens of the manor, I would advise Sir to pass through the portrait gallery. May I help Sir in any other way?
Atrás. Me preguntaba si podría
As I
echarme
was
una
unable to
mano.
bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
Tiene elixir dorado, tiene un poco de abrojo y de cruz de Malta, tiene agua del Carmen, tiene ámbar. Nosotros lo que nos hace falta es el agua del Carmen, me parece.
A little Carmelite water would do me a lot of good. Could you find me some, please?
Oh, the tonics are under lock and key, sir. Lord Mortimer only allows access to them in cases of emergency.
Nada, no tenemos desbloqueadas las habilidades estas y nos comemos, pues, un carbón, por no decir otra cosa. Manuscrito.
What's that book you're hiding in your jacket?
The Sorrows of Young Werther by Goethe, sir, and I am not hiding it.
Hand it to me, please.
It is damaged, sir. I would never dare lend sir a book in such a pitiful state, sir. I took it to restore.
Esta podríamos cogerla, pero no tenemos... A ver, con esta... Vale, no tiene coste.
Hang
Venga.
on, but it's mine.
Beg pardon, sir?
It's my book. I'm telling you, it's my book.
With all due respect, sir, I hope sir will understand that I have
Manipulación.
doubts. You see, I found it in Lord Mortimer's library.
Huh, there you are then. That's exactly where I left it.
I am quite put out, sir. I don't know what to say.
In that case, I suggest you say nothing and hand it over.
But I...
Now.
But, sir, I... Very well, sir. Here
Ahí,
you are.
le hemos
May sir
quitado el
take
libro.
good care of it. It is damaged.
And you've damaged it as well? Well, bravo. Bravo.
No, I didn't do anything. It wasn't me, sir.
Say pardon.
Pardon me, sir.
Very good. There were some other things I wanted to go over with you.
Hombre, ya le vamos a pedir un poco de todo, a
You
ver.
wouldn't have a little golden elixir I could use, would you?
Oh, unfortunately, sir, I have orders not to give any of that medicine to any of Lord Mortimer's guests. Some guests are here to follow a very strict treatment. Mixing or combining certain substances would be dangerous for sir.
Vamos, que creo que no me va a dar nada. Creo que no me va a dar nada.
I still haven't quite recovered after that boat crossing. Would you happen to have any devil's thorn by any chance?
I am sorry, sir, but the devil's thorn may be just a plant, but it is also a powerful psychotropic drug that causes undesirable diuretic effects. I would advise against sir taking any.
Vaya tela. Bueno, pues nada. Es que a lo mejor allá adentro me va a hacer falta. Bueno, atrás. Nos despedimos. Bueno, vamos a ver si tenemos algo por aquí. Vamos a dar una vueltecita. Que yo creo que no, pero... Oye, por si acaso... Por mirar, no perdemos nada. Bueno, aquí nada. Por aquí nada. Ahí no tenemos que entrar. Aquí tenemos algo. Aquí tenemos algo. Vale. Abrojo. No me querías dar, pero ya lo he cogido yo. Por listo. Bueno. Vamos a ver si tenemos algo más por aquí. Por aquí parece que no. Por aquí nada. ¿Esto qué es?
Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
Vale. Por aquí nada más. Aquí nada. Pues nada. Deberemos de entrar. Aquí no podemos entrar. Entonces... ¿qué tenemos que ir? A esa de allí. A esta. Efectivamente.
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
Don't try.
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the King's table.
I am delighted to hear it.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your husband?
He's
Pero no
poorly.
tenemos
The
las
French
habilidades y eso es lo que
Revolution
nos
is
sale
headaches.
a mano derecha, que es lo que está saliendo.
Too, as soon as the situation is settled.
Lo que ha salido hace unos momentos,
If
vaya.
the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
Show us your teeth.
Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory. Such complexity.
Aquí se requería habilidad de política y no la tenemos.
Isn't it?
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favourite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift. Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is
Show
done.
us your teeth.
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved. Just mentioning
Estaba
that
embobado,
orphanage
¿eh?
broke right through Emily's hard shell.
Vulnerabilidad descubierta. Psicología.
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
Vamos a ver. Vamos a hacer un paroncito porque quiero ver. Vale. Johann Christoph van Bollner. Johann Christoph van Bollner es el ministro religioso prusiano. Como amigo del rey Federico Guillermo II de Prusia, van Bollner administró en secreto los asuntos de Estado, antiguo pastor y miembro de la logia masónica. Tuvo todo el tiempo necesario para convertir al rey a sus creencias. Juntos abrieron su propia logia bajo la influencia de los rosacrucianos. Le apasionan las ciencias ocultas y la alquimia. Lideró una guerra de religión en su país y luchó con vehemencia contra las ideas de la Ilustración. Como amigo de Sir Gregory Horn, van Bollner cree en la alquimia espiritual, que considera que la materia prima es el alma humana. Vale. Preguntar a Washington qué opina de Bollner.
What do you think of Volner?
Many believe he is the real leader of Prussia. A charming man, but with an iron fist and a velvet glove. I also know he's famous for his love of the hunt, in all its forms.
Napoleón Bonaparte.
Have you any information on this Napoleon?
Deja responder a Emily, compartir la información, hacer una
He's certainly
suposición.
well connected and in high places.
Surprising. No one appears to know him.
No one knows me, and yet here I am.
Quite so.
Inmunidad descubierta.
It would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please?
My friend.
Bueno, pues voy contigo, Napoleón.
Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis. I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, of course.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
Si hay acuerdo, no puedo aceptar el trato. Si hay acuerdo, venga.
Absolutely. 50,000 louis d'or in hard cash.
The offer I'm talking about was for only 20,000 louis d'or, Monsieur de Richet. The truth is, you really have no idea about
Hemos perdido la oportunidad, fase no
You're
superado.
wasting my time. I need to work with people I can have confidence in, sir.
The exact numbers may have escaped me. I suggest you wait for my mother's return in order to manage such details.
I have one last question I would
Vamos
like
a
to
ver,
pose
esta no la podemos fallar, ¿eh?
We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
Buah. Habría que restituir la monarquía. Sería necesaria una... Habría que restituirla. Dejemos que el pueblo elija reinamente. La vamos a cagar, yo creo, Venga.
I don't know how to remedy the situation without re-establishing a solid monarchy.
And what would we stand to gain by this?
We've tried a republic, but it is clear that with the situation we're in now, that it's not working. We ought to return to a monarchy.
That makes no sense at all, my
Buah,
friend.
la hemos
The
cagado.
monarchy is a privileged caste who have
Buah,
forever
buah, buah,
built
buah,
their
buah.
prestige
Meow,
by
meow, meow,
crushing
meow.
and controlling the people. I think there must be a misunderstanding.
What do you mean?
I cannot believe that Lord Mortimer advised me to speak to you. I must have misunderstood. Excuse me, please.
Bravo, Louis. Total fiasco.
La hemos cagado. Bueno.
My friends, I would like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer, and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is eminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington. Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
All right, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
Tengo que encontrar próxima lectura. Vale. Ya hemos terminado de leerlo. Este y este. Tenemos este que nos da un punto de habilidad en protocolo. Este que nos da también un punto de habilidad en protocolo. Este un punto de habilidad en manipulación. Y este un punto de habilidad en psicología. Vamos a coger el de manipulación, chicos. Vale. Buscar el lugar mencionado por tu madre. Bueno, vamos a ver si hay algo por aquí. Por aquí nos caemos, ¿no? Bueno. Aquí parece que no tenemos nada. Por aquí nada. Aquí nada. Vamos a hablar con este hombre.
Well, Your Eminence, do you still have any room left?
Ah, my son, the sin of gluttony is the most difficult of all in my eyes. Nevertheless, what a charming moment we have had together. I'm delighted I was able to talk to Mr. von Wollner. We hadn't spoken to each other for an eternity.
Yes. I noticed that Your Eminence knew a fair number of people at the table.
The benefit of age, my son. This isn't my first invitation to Lord Mortimer's. You will see, it's the perfect place to make new friends. Indeed, I noticed that you and Mr. Bonaparte had already begun.
Ah, I adapt quickly to local customs. It's what I was taught.
And you are right to do so, my son. But tell me, have you had any news of your mother since your arrival?
Alas, still nothing, Your Eminence. But I still haven't been able to meet Lord Mortimer.
Do not worry. It is typical of him. What can I say? Lord Mortimer is a very busy man. I should think you are beginning to worry.
Seguramente.
Well, I must admit, Your Eminence, indeed it does worry me.
I understand, but continue to have faith in Sarah. You'll see, I'm sure, that in a few days we'll all be laughing together.
That's all I hope for, Your Eminence. But while I have you with me, I have a question for you.
Well, go ahead, Louis. What can I do for you?
Por supuesto, Luis, ¿qué puedo hacer por usted? Donde todos los ojos te observan, ¿significa algo para usted? Estoy buscando una medusa. Vamos a ver
If I
esto.
said to you, where all eyes size you up, would it mean anything to you?
I don't know if it's the place you're looking for, Louis, but it makes me think of the portrait gallery.
There's a gallery here? Can you tell me where to find it, please?
Of course. Just go through the door at the end. It will lead into the library. Continue all the way through, and you'll end up in the gallery. You'll see it, Louis. When you get there, you'll know.
Thank you very much, Your Eminence. On that last word, then, I shall leave you to fight your demons. See you later, Your Eminence.
See you later, my son.
Ok, vale, pues tenemos que ir para allí. Pero me gustaría ver por aquí antes. Si hubiese por aquí algo. Por aquí tenemos algo.
Discourse on the Method by Descartes.
Discurso del método. Esto será un libro. Digo yo. Sí, discurso del método. Un punto de habilidad en lógica. Vale. Vale, inmunidad, psicología. Por descubrir. Vulnerabilidad, psicología. Vale. John Bollner por descubrir. Emily Hillsborough, vulnerabilidad, psicología, inmunidad en lógica. Vale, George Washington por descubrir. Luis de Richet, nada. Vale, el sirviente, vulnerabilidad, manipulación. Vulnerabilidad, lógica. Vale. Giuseppe Piacci, vulnerabilidad, inquisición. Y Bonaparte, inmunidad, persuasión y inmunidad política. Ok. Vale. Vale, esto aquí que tenemos. Agua del Carmen.
The Conversion of Ulysses by Gours. Circe changing Ulysses' companions into swines.
Vale. Estos son más cuadros.
Circe preparing wine. What better trap for Ulysses?
Bueno, ¿qué pasa? ¿Me dejáis pasar? Por aquí nada más. aquí nada. Me deja ir para allí, pero para allí, ¿para dónde voy? Vale, yo aquí no quiero ir, porque yo aquí antes ya busqué todo. Vale, vamos a volver. Vamos a entrar. Vale. Por aquí no hay nada más. Vamos rapidito. Aquí hay algo. Y hay dos cosas. Vale, abrojo.
The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
Abrir. Gastamos uno, vamos a abrirlo. Ok.
All right. I've retrieved
Ya
everything.
me he llevado todo, jalea real. Vale. Jalea real. 2, 3. Pues nos viene divinamente. Me parece que tenemos 5 ya. Vale. Nos viene divinamente. Aquí tenemos otro cuadro.
Dining on ham. Well, that's very appetizing.
Muy bonito. Y por aquí no veo nada más. Vamos para adelante, chicos. Ahí hay algo. Y aquí también. Lo vamos a desbloquear.
Amber crystals.
Fragmentos de ámbar. Vale. Fragmentos de ámbar. Fragmentos de ámbar. Pañuelo. Notas de Richel, la enciclopedia. Y entonces eso de fragmentos de ámbar. No sé. Bueno. Llave con el símbolo de la tierra. Que la llave... Llave con 5 círculos. Vale, una llave pequeña con un anillo con la forma del símbolo ocultista de la tierra. Ok. Vamos para adelante. A ver qué nos encontramos. Esta es la biblioteca. Vale. Por aquí no podemos ir.
Golden elixir. Consume without excess.
Elixir dorado. Hay que ir mirando bien. Por ahí hay algo.
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
Vale.
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
Vale. Jalea real. Venga. Nos añadimos jalea real. Por aquí nada, chicos. Está guapo, ¿eh? Bueno, por aquí no hay nada más. Aquí tenemos algo.
Pages out of an old encyclopedia.
Páginas de la enciclopedia. Vale, estos sí que son páginas de la enciclopedia, vale. Entonces esta la tenemos ya, la enciclopedia. Y esta cuando la podamos leer, cuando acabemos el libro ese que hemos abierto, este de aquí, del príncipe, podremos leer este y nos dará un punto de habilidad de ciencias, un punto de habilidad en lingüística y un punto de habilidad en erudición. Vale. Aquí tenemos algo más, ¿no? ¿Ha sido mi imaginación? Sí, mi imaginación. La puerta. Vale.
Where all eyes size you up. Chances are, that's the room my mother spoke of.
And she also spoke of a Medusa. Should I go and try to find the creature now?
Bueno, vamos a empezar siempre por aquí. Vamos a ir por la derecha.
Allegory regarding the decoration of the rights of men. That's the least you could say.
Vale. Bueno.
Liberty or death by Regnault. Well, I'll take liberty, please.
Vale.
But I do understand his choice, even though it seems radical. Ah, painting by Ingres. Molière dining with Louis XIV. The king's posture is surprising.
Vale.
It's almost as if he's
Tenemos
addressing
que
someone in
buscar
assembly.
la medusa. ¿Qué tenemos por aquí abajo? Monedas de colección. Está cerrada. Ahí tenemos algo.
A fragment of amber.
Fragmento de ámbar.
The Company by Rembrandt.
Vale.
The Fall of Phaeton. Another painting by Rubens.
Vale.
Poor Phaeton, struck by lightning for borrowing his
Aquí
father's
nada.
chariot and losing control of it. Moral: Christ Crucified by Velázquez. Look, someone's left a
Vale,
note
no
there.
se puede salir.
Reserved for the Duke of Alcudia.
Ahí, por ahí hay algo. A ver, levantarse, levantarse. ¿Para qué nos vamos a sentar? Bueno, por aquí no tenemos nada más, chicos. Así que yo creo que el capítulo de hoy lo vamos a ir dejando por aquí, ¿vale? Y nada, chicos, resolveremos el enigma de la medusa en el siguiente capítulo. Espero que os haya gustado y si os ha gustado, darle un buen like. ¡Hasta luego!